Good evening, y'all. It is another cast of VRML Breachers. We have Restart and Olympus today. Am I reading that right? Yes, we do. We got an exciting game going on tonight. Definitely a game that I think has a good amount of hype around it. Just checking out some of these community hype votes. I think it just barely ekes out over the Ignite and Fusion game that's actually going on at the same exact moment. But let's check out the matchup between these two teams, Restart and Olympus. Restart's actually a team that had been playing about, since the previous season. I think I've seen them a fair amount of times, but Olympus is actually a team that has been playing since just this season. They're a more newly formed team, but definitely not new players. And you definitely see that with how they've been playing this season. I mean, look at them being able to chart all the way to the top of these standings. I mean, now 9th place. Olympus definitely fighting against some of the top tier teams in the league. So it's really exciting to see that just because these teams have been around since not just season 1, but actually even preseason. So now we're heading on to 2.5 seasons really of Breachers. It doesn't mean that the meta and everything are set up quite yet, because there's still some newer-ish teams that are being formed and showcasing that, hey, they got the chops, they know what they're doing, and they're able to really come in here and really shake things up a bit, right? And I think people in the community even think the same thing here. I mean, Olympus having 55 community votes to Restart's 15, so definitely Restart coming into this. I believe they're higher up in the rankings. Let's double check that matchup. Higher up in the rankings, but technically an underdog in the sense of community votes, but definitely not an underdog in a sense of standings and how they're playing. But it looks like these teams are coming in, so we'll probably be getting started sometime soon here. And definitely a lot of big updates this week. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but now we have the competitive update out. So on top of having, obviously, your competitive league, whenever you want to play that and check that out, they do now have a competitive mode actually just inbuilt into the game. And I've been hopping in myself and enjoying it. Definitely not a master player or global leader, whatever you want to call it. I'm definitely holding my own at Plat, and it's fine. I'm trying to climb my way up the ranks. I would love to get I think it's a global master, something like that. That red skin, if I can get there. So any 5 stacks out there, shout out to that. I'll try to hop in when I can. But definitely exciting things. A lot of changes to the spectator client, a couple of different balancing updates made to a variety of different maps. I don't recall seeing anything on weapons, but I heard people were speculating that some things like even the Vezin had actually received a small nerf, where now body shots actually take a little bit more damage. So it's now like 4 or 5 shots to kill instead of, I think it used to be 3 or something like that. So I didn't see in the devlog. Whenever an update comes out, I really just read that devlog to really make sure, hey, did I see all the big updates? What are the big ones that came in? How does it impact gameplay? And how are we going to see this play out in this game? And I mean, some of these updates, I think they've already passed their 1-year mark, or they're about to hit it sometime soon, but they've actually made a fair amount of big updates since then. I think one of the coolest updates still that came up, I think, in the last couple updates was actually the planting update, where it takes 45 seconds for the EMP to go off now. I think that heavily gives a buff to the attacking team, which I think was needed on a lot of maps, considering I don't know how many times that a team was able to get the successful plant off, and it still didn't work out because the team had a full minute to rotate and make something happen here. So it's exciting to see changes from the team. How do they want to move balancing, and how they're seeing how they want to move forward, especially with the competitive mode currently out. And it's only week 1, right? So there's definitely going to be a lot of big changes coming around here. Let me tell these teams, I got the ready up whenever they're ready to go whenever y'all want. But anyways, want to give a quick shout out to HyperX. I mean, they provide us, the caster, some really cool gear like this quad cast. I love it. I don't know if y'all remember the old days, but I used to have to use my headphones actually as the microphone too. So hopefully the audio is a lot clearer than it used to be. And I think someone even noticed it that day, like, hey, your mic sounds a lot better than it used to. Did you do anything different? But anyways, I want to give a shout out to them. They can provide us some really high quality peripherals and products that casters and people in the league even get to utilize and get through some of these cool giveaways. Anyways, it looks like these teams are going to be getting set up, and of course the very infamous Hideout is going to looks like where we are going to start. I cannot talk, but I will see y'all in a second. Anyways, here we are right in on, I gotta move these teams around 1 second, but it looks like we are in on Hideout, first floor. You know, a very common floor that we've seen, but some really cool updates here. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but they've actually outlined the players a lot more now on both sides. So it's really definitely cool stuff. You know, not just the game getting updates, but even the spectator client getting updates. And I definitely gotta share that love, because I appreciate it as a caster. Anyways, looks like RE.START's been getting set up right outside here on the breach wall. Very common setup here. A little quick push in here, but I'm not sure if they're aware of EDO yet. Definitely holding that angle off. Aviator checking around, trying to get some roaming clears here. Ready for someone to come in there from EDO side, but nothing quite happening yet. While everyone else is going to be setting up here right outside storage. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a storage push sometime soon here. Frostbite trying to hold it down, but Egress there with the refrag that she moves some shots off, but nothing quite happening. The refrag going back and forth here. And Dr. Tur on the back end there, now having to hold it down against Fishy. And I think the frag going through, but not quite landing yet. Tur, never mind. EDO gets that shot off, and that works out perfect. Getting a round in the pocket for Olympus there. And man, that was action-packed. They were just fighting everywhere there. And you know, as much as I love having an action-packed game, sometimes it's so hard to keep up with it. You know, hold up, I gotta reset these points here. Reset score and map. Yep. A lot of, you know, it's fun to get these updates. It's great, but it does sometimes throw off the client. You know, some of the casting packages we have set up here. So unfortunately, we will not have the mini map for you tonight. But hey, we'll get some cool updates through the point system and other stuff. So we're still, you know, we're still doing our best with what we got. But you know, we gotta, when Triangle Factory comes out with some really big updates, it does require, you know, our tech team and production team and people to get to update the casting packages. So it does take a second. So unfortunately, I don't have that for y'all today, but it's fine. I think the mini map isn't an end-all be-all sort of thing. But anyways, we are back here on the second floor now for RE.START's attack. Unfortunately, that attack didn't quite work out for them before. They had a good startup and setup, but it did fall apart, unfortunately, afterwards for them. I think they're going to be starting a lot higher right now on the third floor here. And they're definitely all over the place. And Tur going to be roaming here, I think, on like they were on the previous round. Seeing some people there throwing out the frag, and does it land? And it's a beautiful frag that almost gets a couple lives there. But unfortunately, beautiful, beautiful extraction there from RE.START's side. And they are all over the place right now. Dr. Tur still on that third floor. Going to be dealing with the roamers at some point from RE.START, or they're going to have to. But anyways, breach is getting set up here. It looks like an A push is going to be happening soon. Hideout next trying to take out that breach door, but nothing quite happening yet. Anyways, Egress on the back end, get some shots off, and we are getting started in on this push now from RE.START's side. Wow, I'm flipping through all the walls there. Some long shots there, and it looks like the plant is going off, and a freaking frag came out live, almost getting Shimaru there, and Kurt now flying in again with a shot up on Shimaru there. And Brabadu almost accidentally getting that TK there. I don't think that was intended, but it is fine. Looks like Aviator Nick on the back end there. Turn able to finish someone out, getting another pick in the pocket, but now coming down to Brabadu and Egress. Now they're trying to dodge each other. I did not know who's going to get that one out. 5 rounds in the pocket versus 6. Who's got the shots? I think Brabadu knows where they're at, and they finished that one out. Beautiful finish from Olympus there. Olympus off to a pretty good start. You know, people always tell me, people always talk about how attacker-oriented Hideout is, but I don't know. I think the longer this the season has been going on, and how well known this map has become, sometimes it feels very defender-oriented. You know, if you really think about it, or I think it really depends on which side, right? But it feels like there's a lot of times where the teams on the defending side can really secure a lot of the rounds in the pocket. And I think it's because, for the most part, there's very common pushes for Hideout, which if you're a defending team, you tend to know how they're going to work. You can work against that. So I think at first it might have... Whoa. Is this broken? Whoa. That's weird. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. Definitely some funkiness happening. Yeah, a lot of the update kind of broke a couple things on the spectator client. I didn't get the cache yet with the updates. And it looks like things are a little funky. But hey, we have some cool updates here. Anyways, Frostbite. What? That's weird. That is weird. Never mind. Yeah, things are definitely funky today. Definitely funky. It's a thinks a couple players are on the other team, which is very, very weird. Like Shimi Marui is not an enforcer, and that's not Shimi Maru. That's Frostbite. What? Well, okay. Yeah, things are definitely broken on the other side, but bear with me. Bear with me. I might need to just do third person view only, but it's fine. We'll work our way through this. Got Breach going live again from Restart there. Trying to get this shot, this attack in on B side. Frag coming out, some beautiful frags. It was a beautiful frag. Unfortunately, not quite getting to anyone there. Gears in the back there. Trying to get some shots off. Not quite finishing, but oh, beautiful frag from Shimi Marui. Will shut down the defense there, but no, they have respawned there from Olympus' side now. EDO and Gears fighting out in the smoke, but it didn't quite work out with Ms. Ramadadu. Swings wide, gets a shot off there. Now coming down the EDO versus Egress and Fishy. Are they ready for this? Got the Bezin in hand. I think 2 Spectres. I don't think they know. Ooh, are they able to get some shots off there? They are, and Egress able to finish that one up with the Bezin in hand. Yeah, definitely looks weird here, but anyways, we start getting that plant off on top to get that 200 in the pocket. Yeah, you know, whenever I see any weirdness happening with the spectator client, I just I report a bug. You know, I'm big, honestly, in reporting bugs on that Breacher server. So if y'all ever see me, shout out to Triangle Factory, honestly. I think one of them, a pretty active development team. Because I've reported a variety of bugs that have worked out, and they always backlog it or try to do something to showcase something. But you can see here, like, weird moments like this, right? Where it's saying I'm looking at Frostbite on the defending side, but I'm very obviously not a defender right now. So definitely some weirdness happening on the client side. But why am I complaining about this, y'all? Who cares? You're here for the action. You're having a good time. But anyways, Restart and Olympus coming back to back. You know, I say never mind a lot, and someone like commented on that, and now it makes me feel weird about it. Say you know, saying never mind. But I try my best. I try my best to use a couple different words, but things happen here. And it was Frostbite on the back end here. Definitely aware it's going to be pushed sometime soon. I wonder if they're going to get some value here. As the whole Restart team is now flung in wide. Rapid W able to shut them down as they went a little too far forward. Frostbite on the back end there with the Vezin of the shots off, and unfortunately gets knocked out by the Egress. And the frag coming out live, and is he going to land? Oh, it sticks right there on Egress. And now it looks like Gears on the back end trying to swing in the other way. Never mind, he got the plant off. I didn't even hear that. Now coming down the EDO versus Egress and Aviator Neck. Now a 1v2 for the Olympus side. And it's not looking good. I think EDO might be aware. Oh, and the smoke comes out. Can they defend themselves? They're going in for the defuse. EDO can be able to do something with it. No, they aren't, as it goes crazy. EDO gets some shots off and almost clutches out, but it doesn't matter, as Shimi Marui is there in the back to finish that one off. And man, we are going blow for blow here now, as they have come back on their own. A two-win streak? I don't know. 2-round win streak against Olympus. Now it's head-to-head. You know, for a second, I was like, Olympus is looking really good and really in shape. But it's looking like otherwise right now, as Restart has definitely recovered their momentum and been able to push forward. Some good action here. You know, I think the first couple rounds, Olympus has done a really good job at anchoring and holding their positions and holding back against Restart's attacks, as they kind of fell apart pretty quickly. As we're seeing now, Restart, I think, maybe playing a little bit more careful, a little more conscious, as their attacks have been a little more consistent on how they're pushing all the way through and making things work out here. But we got Restart again on this third floor. Looks like they might be going in for a B site attack again. I know the last time they did. We'll see if they decide to do it again. I love seeing teams when, you know, when the site is set up, you know, do they attack the same exact site again, or do they switch it up? Because that's the problem too. If you attack the same site too many times, it allows the other team to set up and have a pretty good defense against them, because they're now expecting a similar-ish push. Anyways, that drone is going out, trying to get some good intel for the Restart side. Looks like all of them are huddled in on B right now. B side trying to hold things down, as Restart is on the other end, setting up this bedroom, trying to get some kind of push in here. As now the breach is going to get prepped and ready to push in here. And there we go. Restart gets that breach wide open, but nothing quite happening yet. The frag coming in from the back end and pushing people out of position, but the smoke trying to slow down the push. And it looks like crossfire in the back end there. Oh, and they almost got the shot down. It doesn't matter. And it looks like Restart coming in again, trying to get their push in here, getting that plant off, and it is actually working out for them. As Gear swings wide, but gets shot down by the refrag. And Subaru gets the shot off there. Unfortunately, I can't even stop Harold on the back and gets the shot off there. And that connector is being shut down as Turt tries to swing wide on the outside here. Can they get some value out of this? But the incendiary, beautifully placed as it prevents Turt from going in, and a little bit of damage slipped off. Oh, and Egress gets that shot off on Parrot for that refrag. Now down Turt. Oh, and I'm confused. Frostbite. That is not Frostbite. That is Egress. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be putting in some bug reports to Triangle Factory, as things are looking a little weird on the client here, but it's fine. You know, it's growing pains. You know, when you have something as big as competitive come out, it's a big update. I get it. But anyways, we have Restart here on the first lead they've had in this series. They were definitely on the back heel for a couple rounds there, but again, they've been on a 3-round win streak now, and their attacks have just been I want to say decisive. You know, I don't want to say it's fast. I've noticed that their attacks kind of have a good start and good cadence. You know, start, move, start, move, start, move. And that's what we're seeing from Restart there. I don't know if y'all noticed, but they had wait, you know, for a fair amount of the frags to come out live and waited before they got the plant off. And that's very smart gameplay from Restart's side. Because I know sometimes teams tend to rush in and really try to go for that plant. But the thing is, when you have a fair amount of utility still on the enemy team, that can be quite dangerous. Things like frags coming out and, you know, knocking someone out when they're just trying to get a plant off. Definitely not the best situation to be in. Anyways, looks like Restart might be going in for some kind of distraction play on that B site, as a lot of their players are actually on the A side getting ready to set up here. And we got Restart coming in slowly here, trying to get some. Never mind, they are coming in with action, trying to make something happen here, as they decided to switch things up, going for an A side push instead. Turn in the corner there with the smoke, almost knocking out Egress, but not quite happening yet. And the team is getting ready there, but Frostbite with a beautiful shot off there, holding it down as the frags, I think, are coming out, and Egress is now ready for that as Frostbite is able to knock it down for the count. Aviator Nick on the back and swinging in. Y getting a two-piece on the back there as they are coming in, knowing that someone's behind bar. Are they aware that Turd is just holding down that corner? And no, they decide not to swing it as they're looking for the EMP, trying to scramble together their next attack here. I'm confused. There's 3 defenders, right? Am I reading that wrong? Oh, and turning some pieces off, and Aviator Nick able to finish that off. Never mind, Parrot in for the back end, getting a 2-3 piece. Maybe, never mind, it's a 3-piece there from Parrot. Able to finish that one up for Olympus. Getting that little bit of replay there, a little bit of replay action. And you know, I thought Restart was going to keep that momentum going all the way to the very end there. But Olympus able to shut them a little bit short. And I would definitely say a team like Olympus coming into the attacking half with 3 rounds in the pocket are definitely in a very good position to keep that momentum going. So we'll see if they can keep it going into the attacking half, or Restart actually can hold it down. I think for customs there is not overtime matches. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. It's only for competitive, so this will be fun. I wonder if they're gonna allow custom matches to do overtime or not. That'll be a curious thing, and I wonder, you know, if that were to happen, would VRML do the overtime instead, or would they allow draws potentially? So it'd be fun to see that in action. But because that's the thing, now the overtime mechanic is in the game. They can implement it somewhere else if they wanted to. Anyways, this Olympus attack setting up here. No, and just checking out Restart's quick defense. We're seeing on their side not much roaming. They're deciding to kind of just hold off and anchor hard. Never mind. Gears with a beautiful frag and a two-piece now on Frostbite there. Now leaving only 3 players on Olympus' side. And man, you know, this is definitely one of those moments where I would say maybe the defending side has a little bit more of an advantage as they got knocked down pretty hard. But Turk coming in right now into bedroom, probably setting up for B-side now. And man, checking out the the comments on YouTube, it looks like again the people are fully expecting Olympus to hold this one down. But I don't know, it's looking like Restart's definitely going to give them some a good run for their money. Oh, and Gears able to get another shot off. Can Gears get the ace right now? It's now a 1v5 as Shimaru able to knock down Parrot for another count, now leaving it down to Dr. Turt. I think Turt seeing that someone's there. Oh, and Aviator Nick now ready for that attack, and Turt is now just trying to hold his own, but unfortunately doesn't quite happen as a Restart will knock him down for the count. Yeah, sorry y'all if the casting's a little funkier than normal. It's hard because like even the team names aren't fully correct here. You know, there've been like that last game. There's only like 1 or 2 players left on the Enforcer side, but on my end, you know, showing that on the right side of the screen, there's like 3 or 4 people left. So the Breachers spectator client definitely spazzing out a little bit today, but you know, like I said, it's what matters is the action on screen, the numbers and all that. We can kind of look away and let it do its own thing. Maybe should I remove it? I don't know. What do y'all? Do y'all prefer seeing everything, or would y'all rather see a broken spectator client? I don't know. But again, like I will definitely be submitting those bug reports right after this because I mean, now that we have the stream, it's really easy for me. You know, we already have the proof. We just gotta go back and showcase it. Yeah, sorry y'all for that. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best to at least say things out loud, and hopefully it keeps up. Like I said, it's hard to watch everything on screen with the funkiness right now from the spectator client. But anyways, Olympus is here to get some action going. As they get that quick peek on that little corner, and that was a beautiful quick peek as no shots were shot on Dr. Turt there. Shimaru getting some early shots there. Unfortunately doesn't quite do anything there, and the frag almost landing but not quite. As now the players from Olympus have decided to come in and wreak havoc on this Restart defense. But can they get things set up? And it looks like someone's dropping their guns around here. We'll be seeing some action here soon. Oh, and Eagers had a beautiful, beautiful wallbang there. I think they just heard Frostbite moving. The frag coming out. Oh, and it almost... Does he get any shot on Dr. Turt there? And Gears able to knock down EDO for the count. And I think it's a 5v2, 5v3, 5v3 between these two teams as Perry gets the setup on the other side. But Gears able to knock down another player on the Olympus side. And never mind, Gears in for a 2-piece there. And it looks like Braba Dabadoo is going to be on the back end there. Yeah, it's a 1v4, 1v5. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So, like, there's only 1 player left on the Enforcer side, but obviously in the client, it thinks there's 3 of them alive. So I think it's assigning the name tags wrong, unfortunately, which is definitely distracting from our experience here. Rabadabadoo trying to get some shots off here in the whole team. Oh, a 2-piece there from Rabadabadoo. Can they get it? No, they can't get a 3-piece there as Aviator Nick is in for the refrag. I don't know, man. Those community votes are looking a little scary now as the Restart side has been able to get 5 rounds in the pocket towards Olympus. Olympus is going to have to do something different right now. They were doing such a good job on defense. Unfortunately, we haven't seen quite the same action on the attacking side from Olympus. But I'm hoping with this rifle round, we'll maybe, you know, be able to see them get a little bit more informed, be able to hold themselves against Olympus's, Restart side, as Olympus has been struggling in this second half to get some couple rounds in the pocket against them. But look at this, Olympus's side, very, very wide of an attack. Very quiet, you know, first couple rounds. Nothing quite happening yet from the Olympus. Never mind, they're getting ready to attack in on this wine cellar as the on the corners. And oh, those trip mines are doing such good work. As Dr. Hurt now down to 8 health. Looks like Fishy on the back end there, gonna be roaming. So we'll see if they. Oh, never mind. On the other side, probably get some shots off, and they're getting a two-piece back to back there. Oh, and the beautiful wall bang, as they were not expecting that wall bang to happen. And it looks like there's only one player left on the Olympus side. I do not know what happened in this arcade room, but man, they got shot down to a three-piece from the Restart side. But Fishy down the hallway there, almost getting knocked out, but able to dodge out in the last second. Can they hold their own? As now the Restart side is trying to come in and get some early, get a good, a nice kill here. It might be a save while they hold their position. Never mind, Parrot deciding to swing out. Oh, getting the shot off on Egress there. Can they get another piece? No. Looks like the Restart side playing a little bit smarter now. Not deciding to play a little too aggressive, which is definitely the play I'd recommend. But it looks like Gears on the back end there for the swing. Again, this is now a 1v3 for the Olympus side. Let's see what is going on here. This is actually Parrot? Okay. Yeah, sorry, the name tags are broken, so it's like, is this actually this player or not? It's kind of hard to tell. And yeah, I'm imagining we're going to be going in for a save here, which is probably definitely a safer bet. Oh, and a syringe in hand, just to really give that a good value to the save. Oh, and Perry getting a beautiful headshot there right through the cracks. And Gear is able to finish that one out. I thought they're going in for the save. Unfortunately, didn't quite save much there. As Gear is able to finish that one up for Restart. And now we are a match point for Restart side. Can Olympus fight back for this? Or are we going into map 2 already? I say already, but we're like 30 minutes in. It's a good amount of time. And Olympus definitely on that economy disadvantage. They know it's match point as several players have bought out no matter what. I mean, Viper's in hand. They got Bezins in hand. It's, you know, whatever you can buy, utilize it, because you're going into this upcoming round with not much to do here. And we can definitely see on the other side for Restart, definitely doing really good on that economy. Several players with Bezins in hand. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if these economy icons are fully correct. Considering the fact that we know that the name tag is broken. That's my only question. Like, why would Gears play with an RCP? They have 4600. Are they actually? Let me see. No, they're not. Yeah, see, man. I'm definitely gonna be reporting bugs because this is definitely weird. Anyways, Olympus setting up again. Might be going in for an A attack instead this time around. Oh, and a good use of that intel from the drone as they were able to get some shots off on Aviator Nick, and they were not ready for that, but it is shot down. Oh, it's a beautiful wall bangs coming in there. from the restart side. Almost knocking down EDO for the count, and oh, almost getting another one. And EDO playing, you know, definitely the smarter play there to get that really long breach set up there. Breach coming out live, and I think he hears it with a beautiful frag, and oh, a two-piece! As the Olympus side was not ready for that, and another frag coming out, but not quite ending there. Gears getting another shot off. Gears is cracked right now, but it doesn't matter as a refrag from Dr. Turk comes out there. Now a 2v2 between the Restart and Olympus team, but man, that economy disadvantage is definitely gonna hurt them. I mean, 16 and 18 health versus two fully healed teams. Got Egress on the back with that Viper in hand. It looks like we're gonna have Fishy, F Shy, I don't know, F Shy and Shimu Marui holding it down. They're just probably going to wait it out, which is definitely the smarter thing. And the flash going live, and it was almost perfect, but not quite landing anywhere. Shimu gets some, oh, beautiful, nasty shot there. Her swings wide, but it does not work for them anyways. That does come down to a restart, as they have a beautiful finish there. Man, good action. I wasn't sure, you know, I was with the community. I'm like, you know, I could see some really good action coming in from the Olympus side, especially at the beginning. But we saw a huge switch up of Restart's momentum. It was just holding down all the way to the very end, and we saw them come out of that. I'm definitely on the better half of that. There was, I think, a round or two where I thought Olympus was going to be able to get really close and finish things out. But again, on the attacking half, we didn't see quite the same decisiveness and ferocity that we did see from them on the defensive half, right? Sorry, let me set this up again. But good action there. I gotta ping some players. But good action there. You know, I'm curious to see how Olympus decides to run this one back. But I don't know. The community votes might be seeing an upset for them. But it makes sense. You know, if we really look at the ranks, I know they're still moving a lot. But right now, technically, Restart is at a higher rank than Olympus. So, you know, in the MMR ladder and everything, they should technically win this one out. I know, you know, there's still space for people to move up and down. And that's not to say that Olympus didn't get rounds. They did. They got 3 rounds back to back. They're holding it down really well. I'm not quite sure when it ended up happening on the Restart side. But unfortunately, we didn't see them. I'm sorry. Fortunately for them, they were able to hold it down and really push it all the way to the very end. Anyways, let's see if are they going in for a break, or are they be going in pretty soon after this? I'm trying to see if I can turn off the trackers for spectator, but keep the points up top. You know what I mean? Like, I don't we still want to see the points. I think there's literally no way. Like, you have to have the tracker names and the points. There's no way to just have only the name, the points, which is very unfortunate. Anyways, looks like we're going into an old-fashioned map. I will see y'all in a second. We are going to be heading over to Factory. Man, this package is feeling great today. Sorry I didn't have the cool factory splash scene. It looked a little funky, but hey, we got there on that little default map anyways. But we got Olympus here setting up on the attack this time around. You know, we saw them defending in the previous round. I think they might have played this a little bit more to their advantage this time around. I mean, think about this, they're a better, from what I saw, the better defending team. So they might have decided, hey, let's go into the second half on the defending team. So it might make more sense for them to attack in the first half first. Anyways, Olympus setting up on his 3rd floor. Looks like they might be playing kind of a floor down onto that second floor bomb site instead. Nothing quite happening yet as both teams are just kind of chilling and having a good time. But EDO might be swinging in wide sometime soon with that fist. Yep, and there they go. Everyone's setting up in on this assembly line as all players are here. Again, definitely a slower setup here, but the smoke coming out live there from, I'm not sure if it was Restart Olympus, but it definitely is holding it down for that B side as they swing in here, but nothing's quite happening yet. They're getting them ready for the breach. Oh, and they beat it, Nick, with a beautiful Taurus and a beautiful frag to finish that one up there. Now, never mind. Gears able to get another shot out here. Brabadabadoo as they come in to swing wide, and I don't know what happened there. The Frostbite swings in and gets another shot off on Egress. Now holding it down for A side. Restart has a beautiful push here. Only a 3v1 from these two teams. And just an unfortunate run there from Parrot as they run out in the worst possible moment. Let's get Shimi Murui back here, trying to get some shots off here. On somebody. No, never mind. Looks like it's down between EDO and Frostbite on the back and up top there. So we got to go in for the DPs here, and EDO ready for the follow-up. And Olympus has a really good start on the attacking side. And, you know, if I were on Olympus' side, what I'm thinking is, hey, just got to get a couple rounds in the pocket, then we'll be good on the defending side. And, you know, but again, it's only pistol round. We have a lot more rounds to go. We'll have to see how this develops out and if Restart's defense can hold against us and attack well against them too. As Olympus is starting to, it looks like they're firing up a little bit. You know, they had a little bit rough start on that map one. But hey, that's why we got 3 maps. You can always push it all the way to the very end. You can shuffle through the, look, so here's the UI settings. It's nothing, biphase, points, and name splash, and then also everything on there. So it's kind of limiting. I wish I could turn off the player tracker stuff and keep the points, but I can't. I don't know about y'all, but I like seeing the points too. I don't know. I know it's distracting. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely. Let me try it out. Let's see. We can just do the player trackers for one round. It'll look a little funky, but you can kind of see the points, you know, in the bottom there, from the two teams here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see any economy choices here, but it's fine. You know, it'll. If it's less distracting, let me know if this is less distracting or more distracting than the other one, okay? Because I know we got to work with what are going on here. But anyways, looks like a lot of shots coming out from Olympus here. And they're able to get a good kill in. Oh, you can't even see the kill cam, though. I don't know. I like seeing the kill. Yeah, sorry, y'all. I feel like if I turn everything off, you can't see any kill feeds or anything cool that are very useful. But anyways, we look like we got a 4v2 setup right now with the roamer on the back, and they're unfortunately a little bit late to the action. But man, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players left. Never mind on the Olympus side. Here's some shots off. It doesn't matter. Turn able to knock him down for the count. As Fishy tries to swing in wide and gets one off on Parrot. Letting Prospect. Oh, never mind. Gets a 2-piece there. And EDO coming out in the late action there. Are they going to be able to finish this one off? I think they know Fishy is there. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. They finish that one up. Getting a nice finish off there for the Olympus side. With only 1 health in the pocket. Yeah, sorry. Again, bear with me. It's hard because I can turn everything off, but then it's kind of hard to see what's going on. The big thing is the kill feed. You know, I want to be able to see who gets killed by what and where. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to keep. Like, at least the kill feed's right. You know, I'm happy about that. Thank goodness the kill feed is correct. But the name tags are just kind of off, which is definitely very weird. Anyways, looks like we're back on the second floor again. We were just there. The game decided let's run it back. Let's see if Olympus can run this one back for another round in the pocket. I mean, 2 back to back. But again, we are now on the Vezin round, so At least most of these players do have Bensons in hand. We see a couple players that do have Tauruses. We'll have to see if they do come and get some value out of that. Again, you know, look at Restart side. They have several players in the back. Most of them are anchored, but we do have the occasional. Are they like prone? That is very interesting. I've never seen anything like that. Interesting setup there from Gears. I didn't even know you could do that, but hey, more power to you? Question mark. Anyways, Breach is coming out here, and it looks like they're gonna be pushing into Museum out pretty soon here from the Olympus side. As man, the players of action as they come in with that smoke out. I don't know quite what that smoke was trying to do there. It looks like Robin Abdul on the back and trying to check out Gears, and Gears able to get some shots off. And man, frags are coming out. Everyone's getting shot down left and right. Now coming down to Edio and Dr. Turd. Looks like they're fighting for their half of the site, but unfortunately, the EMP is actually off site right now, as they do have to retake that with Gears and Egress on the back end here. Olympus fully unaware of where Restart is going to be. I mean, that's how it's going to be. They're probably going to be retaking site right now. But I think, based off of Restart's action, they might be fully aware that the EMP is in the middle of this hallway. Oh, and a beautiful peek there from Gears as they have a really deep peek there. Really deep lean. Sorry, I can't even talk. I'm like, what am I saying? Lean, peek. Got EDO coming up on the back end here. And Aviator Nick checking around the corner. Never mind, that is Gears. And that is just unfortunate timing. If the EDO able to clutch that one up. I mean, I did not expect that. Both players looking away at the worst possible moment to allow the Olympus player to get those shots off. And Olympus definitely looking a lot better on this attacking half here. Very different, you know, than the attack that we had seen from them on Hideout, which is very interesting to see. Maybe they're, you know, better on Factory, which is totally possible. This might be their specialty. But Olympus here now, 3 rounds in the pocket, doing really well, and that's forcing Restart to have to play with a disadvantage at this point. Again, this is coming off a Restart's win, so Restart just has to really clutch this up potentially in this first half here, and then really try their best on that attacking half in order to get this done in 2 maps here. But I don't know, Olympus is showcasing some really good promise between these 2 teams. And a beautiful frag placed right in the back corner there. Really done a shooting Maru with a beautiful trip mine. I think he kind of hurts their team. I'm not sure. Never mind. Eagre's getting a beautiful wall bang there with a Viper in hand. I can't even talk. Now leaving it down to just 3 players on the Olympus side. Beautiful frag that bounced all the way to the middle there, and I think Gears was just almost ready for that one, and oh, it doesn't quite get much action there. Waiting for some action here from the Olympus side as they are going to be setting up in the storage here, and it looks like the smoke coming out there from the side. Again, this is not quite over. I mean, 3v4, very much a doable game. And a beautiful flash coming in there. Another flash in the back end. I don't think Fishy is going to be ready for this one. Or maybe they will. There's another flash coming in. But we do have some defensive players on the back end. Eagers with the Viper in hand. I can't even talk. Now a 2v2 from both sides. Eagers able to get another shot off. Can they get the refrag? No, they can. And they are fighting back and forth. And Gears able to finish that one up and clutch it up and give them a defuse. I think this is Restart's first win on this defensive half, and finally a good momentum switch up for the Restart side, as Olympus has just been holding it down for 3 rounds back to back to back. I'm wondering though, is this going to be a good momentum switch up for Restart to be able to push this through and give them a really good start going into that second half, because right now it's looking a little bit unfavorable for them, as Olympus has been doing such a good job on that attacking half. Here we are on the 3rd floor. Once more, they had a very successful 3rd floor push, I think earlier. It might have been the 1st round or something like that, against Restart's side. But Restart is definitely a little bit more aware of what's going on here, and I think they're deciding to not really play any roamers this time around, as a lot of them are playing more anchored and closer to site that we had than we had previously seen in the other map, and even around really. And I love seeing stuff like that, seeing these teams switch up and change their strategies out when they see that it didn't quite work out for them. Let's see if they got any good plants off statics and places, good placement of gadgets all over the place. And again, we're seeing probably another A attack. Might be utilizing that hatch once more as they did the first time around. Some early shots off here from the Restart side. Just trying to get some early wall bangs. Gears holding it up in that lockers area. And a beautifully placed frag, but not quite touching anyone yet. Looks like they're going to be getting some foam set up into the storage area. Hideout swinging on the other side. Oh, an Aviator Nick getting a shot off on Frostbite there as they were not ready. Was that a smoke kill? I don't quite know, but Gears on the back end there getting a good roaming kill on Brabadabadoo. And it looks like we're now down to a 3v5 right now from the Olympus side. Oh, and Fishy getting a shot off, and Gears, oh my goodness. Olympus has been held back right now as the Restart defense has been impenetrable. I mean, 5 players up is looking really good for the Restart side. I'd be feeling very confident now for the upcoming round. It looks like Pair is probably deciding to play the safer play here, as they decide to peel off and probably go in for the save, which makes sense, and that is what I would most likely want to do too. I mean, a 1v5, I don't even know. Even like some of the best players I've seen struggle against a 1v5, especially because these are very top tier players. It's hard to get all those clutch ups there, Probably one of the craziest leans I've seen from someone in a while from Gears here. I didn't know you can go that deep, but yeah. But again, do not look at the player tracker. There's only 1 player on the Olympus side right now. There's 5 players alive for Restart. As we can see, the name tags are all over the place, as both sides appear to have 3 players up. But that is not quite true here. Anyways, 30 seconds counting down here. And it looks like they're just having a little bit of fun here. Are they practicing their shots? They're just practicing how fast they can. I've never seen that, It's like that, yeah, it's like that weird, game with the, knife. Can I say that? I don't know. Is that a weird game to reference? Anyways, that is gonna be it for the Restart side. I mean, a good save round for them. Anyways, this is going to be the last round for the Olympus attacking side. Things again have not quite been working out for them, but I think they at least have a good amount of cash in hand, I think, based off what I'm reading here. So hopefully they'll be good. coming into this round to see if they're ready to finally get another round in the pocket. Because right now at this point, Restart's been on a winning streak, and we haven't quite seen any pushback yet from the Olympus side, as they were, you know, on a very hot, strong momentum push the first couple rounds, but it just has not quite been working out for them. And it's exactly what I mean. This, you know, again, this is them attacking. I will say this is Olympus attacking, so they only really needed 3 or 2 or 3, because now they'll be defending, and they should have the advantage at that point, in theory, to be able to hold up against the Restart side. Anyways, drones coming out, seem to get some good intel about what's going on here. And where are they? Yep, they're on that 3rd floor once more, setting up to go, get that little, floor down push as they had done. I think in the previous time they had this same site. Well, one of the other times they attacked it. And it looks like we have a frag going out live there. Shibumaru waiting for some action and drops the incendiary to prevent anyone from dropping down. I think Ito getting some shots from somewhere. Oh, and the trip mine doesn't quite work out for them. Anyway, smoke coming out live there from the side. And it looks like Olympus is going to be setting up sometime soon here. Oh, and the flash accidentally flashed their own teammate. They might have, I think they might have hit the floor and it might have triggered it. Beautiful wallbangs coming out there as they swing in. White EDO gets a shot off on them, getting another piece in the server there. And Dr. Trey able to finish one up there too. Now holding out A-side comes out the Aviator Nick as EDO gets another shot somehow on that. I don't know how they got that. But Fishy's trying to get in here. And again, this is a 1v5 now for Restart. Oh, and EDO turns the... Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. He's able to finish that one up and get another round in the pocket. Let's give a little replay for that. I'm kind of impressed, actually. I'm able to look away and still get the shot off on the Restart side, surprisingly. But anyways, that's what I was talking about. They have a really good start and good foundation here now for Olympus, as they have now 4 rounds in the pocket coming to this defending half. Definitely not a huge ask for them to only get 3 more rounds in the pocket, but hey, this is not an impossibility. Restart still can make something happen here, and they can still get some value out of their attacking half. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit harder for them to see if they can do that. But I mean, we saw them on the previous round. They held it out 7-3 against Olympus. Who's to say that they can't come back? I think it was honestly a really strong winning streak for Restart to come back, because Olympus, again, they were actually doing really well the first couple rounds, but Restart was able to come back and get a couple more rounds in pocket all the way to the very end and actually win it up. Yeah, if y'all are just tuning in again, again, the spectator client unfortunately is a little bit bugged right now with the new updates. I think it might have introduced some bugs, and the player trackers, like the left and right side, don't always coordinate with the right player, so things look a little weird. So I'm trying my best to update y'all with the action. And never mind, Frostbite able to get a beautiful frag out there and swings in wide, getting another 2-piece, but doesn't quite end there, as Shibumaru there for the follow-up. Yeah, because the problem right now is I think the name tags are associated to the wrong players, and oh, that was almost a terribly placed frag there. And Gear's not able to quite have that work out for them, but EDO on the back end there. Yeah, it's just it's funkiness, I think, with the new update. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is. So you kind of just got to work with it. But ooh, they got a... That's so close there. They're literally next to each other. This is crazy. I don't even think these teams are aware of what is happening here. And that's crazy. That's how silent, people are when they're just crouching by. You don't even notice. Like, EDO doesn't even notice that the Restart side is totally switched sides. And never mind, EDO to get there on the beautiful roaming value there and getting a 2-piece and finishing that one out for Olympus. And again, Olympus getting another round in the pocket there. Yeah, but I was saying, definitely some weirdness on the name tracking. Sariel, I wish I can just put the points above and that's it, and even the kill feed. I'll say this, the kill feed is correct. It's the name tags on the side that are incorrect, and it's been associating them with the wrong players. So that is just how it is right now. And you know, I went to the UI settings. I can do something similar to this, but there's no kill feed. I can't see anything what's going on. So, you know, it's just, you know, you gotta fight. You gotta just kind of push through. The action is still all there. The kill feed's still correct, and the points are correct. So, I think it's just some growing pains as the Triangle Factory team is kind of working through that competitive update. And I doubt the spectator client is the biggest thing, biggest priority for them on their list right now. But it is what it is, you know. Anyways, the restart side now attacking all a 4-man push in on this third floor here. Looks like they'll be probably being set up right above computer room sometime soon here. And this is about to be a beautiful push here as they all swing in here and pair with a beautiful frag. Will finish it up in a 2-piece. Never mind, they do get the 3-piece here. Now coming down to gears, I believe. And Dr. Turd able to finish that one up with the Viper in hand, trying to finish this one out. Wow, that half buy did end up working out for them. And Olympus, I mean, 6 rounds in the pocket now. Restart's definitely struggling to get their footing this time around. And I believe, are we on the Vezin round? I think 1, 2, 3. Yes, we are on the 3rd round. It was not the previous. I can't count right now. But anyways, looks like the economies are definitely swinging a little bit more towards the Olympus side. Not shocked, especially with the amount of wins that they have in their pocket. On the other side, Restart has been trying their best to hold it out. They got a couple rounds in the pocket, but this is now match point. They got to lock in. They got to have something kind of give them value here. Otherwise, that'll be it. We're going into a map 3. And really, that'll be our tiebreaker round. I mean, we have Olympus and Restart potentially both having wins. And really, it's up to, if they get a tie, that's a tie for everybody. But one of the teams got to get a win in order to win this one out. A very, very long, potentially a long attack here from Restart as they're all setting up on the side here. Potentially going into B site. I think fully aware of some action here. You know, I've seen some aggressive roamers get some really good value out of some long angles like this. So it definitely makes sense that they're playing a little bit more safe and longer for their entry here. Probably trying to draw out the Olympus defense. Anyways, they do swing it wide here. But decided to come out in the frag. Oh, beautifully timed there. And I think a couple team kills, unfortunately, going out there. Team Maru able to get Frostbite, unfortunately. Never mind, they got the team kill too. That is so unfortunate for Restart. Now leaving them with a 3v4. And Dr. Tree coming in on the back end there. Never mind, Brabadabadoo getting a beautiful wall bang. And it's looking a little bit rough right now for Restart as they now have a 4v2. And Dr. Turk coming in slowly with that Viper in hand. I think Fishy probably waiting for some kind of roaming action to come out here. Oh, the wallbang actually worked out for Dr. Turd, able to knock down Egress, and that is it for Olympus. As they got a beautiful round in the pocket. Sorry, map in the pocket now. Giving us a tiebreaker series. 3rd map between these two teams. I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, good. Sorry, I like just spit right now. Good value right now from both teams. Now fighting back and forth. I mean, we have a 7-3 from Restart and a 7... Did I read that right? 7-2. I thought Restart had a couple more rounds on that second map, but it looks like they didn't. But 7-2 coming out from Restart there on Factory, right? Factory, just trying to remember, because I have to... Some of these things are broken, but it's fine, you know. I am trying my best right now with the broken spectator client. Again, great action. from the Triangle Factory team. Unfortunately, something kind of break, you know, when they're making updates, and that's just how it is, especially with, you know, a big update like this. But we power through, we hold our own, and let's see what these teams decide that they want to go into the third round for. Sorry, I'm just like loading it right now. Okay, it looks like we are good. Did they vote yet? Okay. They did not. We'll be good here. All right, I'm gonna ping the teams that they can get ready whenever they want to, but they might be going for a break. But I mean, beautiful action, right? I mean, I love seeing the back and forth. I thought it'd be a little closer. You know, it seems like these teams are either just rolling on one map or rolling on the other. So maybe these teams are very map dependent right now. I thought it'd be seeing a little bit closer action, like maybe a 7-4 or 7-5 even. But right now, both teams have just been kind of getting a little bit beat down on map that they just can't maintain that momentum. That's not to say that there is not a close matchup between these two teams, because there have been several rounds where it came down to one, maybe two players. But as we saw from Olympus 8, they showed some really dominant gameplay in that previous map. There were several rounds where they had, I think, 4 or even 5 players up holding against the RE.START team. So anyways, looks like the voting is going out here. We'll probably be seeing them hop in sometime soon here. But thank y'all for coming into the chat. Thanks for watching and checking us out and really powering through, you know, the weird spectator client glitches. But it is what it is. But let me give a quick shout out to ProTube VR, providing some of the best VR rifle mounts and VR accessories. They help stabilize your aim in game. I picked up a MagTube stock. I think it's like Nolan FK. I know Nolan, one of my friends, plays with a ProTube VR aiming thing. I don't personally understand. I'm not a big ProTube guy myself, but that's fine. I appreciate the rifle mounts that they have setting up right now. It looks like they are gonna be going into break, so I'll do this quick shout out. Sounds good. Sounds good. But it'll be a pretty quick timeout. But anyways, shout out to ProTube again. You know, they've been sponsoring. I mean, it makes sense. We're a first-person shooter VR experience. You gotta really have those good rifle mounts for stabilizing your aim. Utilizing them. And again, they have a variety of other products ranging from, you know, for stuff for Beat Saber to joystick mounts. They're definitely your one-stop shop for controller peripherals, right? And I don't know about y'all, but sometimes you gotta buy a couple things to help level up your game. And especially at a competitive level, right? You know, these competitive leagues or even the competitive mode now, you might want to try out a ProTube VR kind of peripheral for your rifle setups there. Anyways, also shout out to VR Cover for also offering some high quality hygiene and comfort solutions for popular headsets. You know, VR Cover provides some face cushions, and it greatly enhances the comfort of any device, allowing you to play in VR comfortably for a lot longer. I don't know about y'all, I actually just recently got a facial little cover, and I gotta tell you, it makes the world of a difference, because that default phase setup for the Q3 is okay. You know, the meta stuff's okay. I love the headset and what it, you know, provides. Unfortunately, some of their default peripherals and stuff like that aren't the best. So, you know, those third-party buys like VR Cover is definitely something worth utilizing. It looks like these teams did decide to choose ship, but they did take, again, a quick break. So I'll be sending us to a little bit of an ad break, but I'll be seeing y'all in a second, and I'll put like for a couple minutes and then we'll come back in, okay?
again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Big Bruce right on top placement. And there's a double kill that comes in from Cozy. Hit to the EMP inside. Olympus trying to shoot in. Oh my god! No! It's an F5! 4, 3.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, as kids. That's wealth, years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
There's Taquito again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Big Bruce right on top placement. And there's a double kill that comes in from Cozy. Hit to the EMP inside. Olympus trying to shoot in. Oh my god! No! It's an F5! 4, 3.
Bringing us in a little bit earlier than I put on the thing, but it looks like if we do have all 10 players in, let me tell them I'm good to go when you guys are. But it looks like we'll be going into ship, which will definitely be an interesting setup here. Let me see if I can pull up some quick matchup score between these two teams. I mean, looking at this, Restart technically has a higher percentage win on the ship, and as I had mentioned earlier, it looks like these teams tend to, be very good at one map versus another. And that's what we saw. Restart having a 7-3 to Olympus and Olympus 7-2 on Factory. These are very decisive wins from both teams on their different maps, and I think Restart potentially going into ship, this might, based off of the statistics, it might favor them a lot more because they've had such a good run on ship. But anyways, looks like they are deciding to hop right in now, and we'll be hopping right in with them to ship. Man, I'm I don't know what it is. Things are just broken today, and we just gotta push through. Things are a little funkier with some of these things going on here, but it is what it is. I just gotta push through. Gotta push through here. Sorry, I know normally we have the little cool splash screens, but I don't know why it's not working today. Just kind of blacking out. But anyways, we're going into map 3 here now on ship. Between Olympus and Restart on the attacking side again. And this is Restart's, apparently this is Restart's map. We got to see some really good value out of them coming from here, because I do honestly think defending might be one of the easier sides to manage. But I don't know. I one of my teammates says, Nolan again, that they believe ship's actually more attacking oriented, and I can kind of see it. Anyways, a lot of big intel here coming in from them, and they are running in with all 3-4 players on this side, trying to, you know, potentially catch out some roamers that are not ready for this attack. All of them set up on the 3rd floor here. And I wonder if the Olympus stack is ready for this push. Anyways, Breach coming out live here. 1, 2, 3 players in on B side from Olympus, and a beautiful frag coming in there. Frostbite almost getting knocked out. Doesn't matter. Robin do the follow up there, and Gears getting that shot off, but doesn't matter as the EMP is live now with a 2v2 here, but almost knocking down from Dr. Turf there. He gets a beautiful, is that a Jesper kill? Never mind, fishing for the follow up, but it doesn't matter as the roamers come in and clean that one up. I mean, I thought it was 2v2. It was actually 3v2 with someone off site, and that was a beautiful quick plant. But I wonder if they could have had someone in that hatch, you know, get some value off of the hatch. You're getting a nice pick off. But anyways, that was a restart attack that unfortunately did not develop into anything yet. They had a beautiful push, and it was so much action packed, so much going on there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get anything out of it, as Olympus able to fight back from them on there. But again, this is from both these teams. I think they tend to be a little bit better on their defensive halves. So we'll have to see if Restart can get a couple rounds in the pocket to be able to hold themselves down on that defending side. Oh, my foot hurts, crap. Yeah, like, oh my goodness. So earlier I like stubbed my toe on this my door, and it was like a terrible stuff. Like, it got all the way above not just my toe, but it went over it and onto my foot. And yeah, I almost screamed. But anyways, doesn't matter. We're hearing some Breachers action. I always wonder, you know, I hear so much mixed stuff from people in the chat. Sometimes they like hearing the casters talk about stuff beyond the game and kind of just chilling and adding a little bit more personality. But I hear some people like yell like, hey, I just want the action, quit talking. So I try my best to balance the two, but I think err more on the side of talking, but it is what it is. Anyways, we have Restart again setting up on looks like the 3rd floor here for bomb side. Nothing quite happening here. They're playing very careful, maybe trying to get some aggressive roamers here or attack defenders from the Olympus side, but it looks like they're not quite biting here. They're waiting for Restart to make some kind of action, which makes sense. I believe I saw some Vezins in on the Olympus side. There might have been only, you know, the name tracker is not the most reliable now. I'm trying to look at their hands. Physically, they got Dr. Chert with a Vezin in hand. Looks like they're only doing one hero buy here. It looks like Restart's going to be setting up for the attack on the B side, as the players are now congregating, getting set up in this hallway. And they'll definitely be safe because there's no roamers coming in from the Olympus side. And Pear definitely seeing someone there with a beautiful frag coming out, and oh my goodness, that was beautiful value. Didn't quite happen though. I will say that's the one thing I recommend. You know, the incendiary can work better. You know, if you have the same value that you can get. Oh, Breach coming out live here, and Screw getting shot down with Dr. Crow with a beautiful wall bang there. I don't think they were expecting that, but Fishy, I'm able to make sure that Olympus doesn't come out of this unscathed, but it's still a 4v3 between these two teams. But also on top of that, the EMP is now put on the floor, as Restart has to make something happen here. As they do have to pick it up. Oh my goodness, Fishy able to come in and actually get an attack on side. He can't get some Frostbite swinging in wide here, almost knocking down Egress, but it doesn't matter. It's all coming down to one as they all knock him down for the count. Olympus, I mean, two rounds now. They are just knocking them up slowly, you know, one by one, and that hero buy did come into good value for them in that previous round, as they did win that one out. Ooh, I turned away. I don't think that's gonna hit. I love seeing, you know, when people put trip mines, and I'll say this, like, being a caster, I think, I'm not gonna pretend like you develop an amazing game sense, but I feel like you've seen so many people attack in so many different ways, and when you also play the game, it does help. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like being a caster, it does help seeing what these top tier players do, right? You see what they do with their economy choices. That you see what they do with certain spots, how they approach certain spots. I do think it helps. So again, if y'all ever want to hop on and play some ranked, let me know. I would be glad, because I do not. Solo queuing is okay. I'm not gonna pretend it's the best possible experience ever. But anyways, we start getting set up on the side over here. Coming in with a really quick attack on bathroom. I'm not used to seeing this setup for this window. A little bit risky, but I guess no one's really playing Roamer in here. Some good action coming out here from the restart side. I think they decided they don't want to utilize that hatch on the third floor. Anyway, they swing in wide here. Prospect with a beautiful omen kill. And the incendiary comes out and unfortunately takes out Shimi Marui down for the count. And EDO is doing crazy right now with the frag in hand, a kill in hand. And everyone is swinging wide on the Olympus side, trying to flush out the restart player. The EDO in the back, and they're probably going to be ready for Egress here, as they will not be expecting. Oh, never mind. Egress able to get that quick pick off on them. Now coming down to Dr. Turn Frostbite. It's still, you know, Egress actually does have a fair amount of time in a round, but they have to retake the EMP, which is the problem here. So you know Olympus is going to be somewhere around that EMP, but where exactly is the question? I think the craziest play would be some weird long reset. Oh, and there you go. Beautiful, beautiful finish off there from Frostbite, as they just literally in the craziest small angle there. I'm able to finish off that for the Olympus side. I mean, again, this is looking really good for Olympus. Restart has to do something, get a couple rounds in the pocket on the, at least on the attacking half. Otherwise, their defending side is looking a little scary. You know, they don't want to go into it with such a big disadvantage for them. But right now, that Olympus momentum is carrying them through all the way through not just map 2, but now map 3, as they are now held out with a 3. They have now held up with a 3-point lead against Restart. I think, you know, the problem here is Restart's just been struggling to get this good attack set up and executed on Olympus. We've seen several times where they get that set up, it's almost about to start somewhere. Unfortunately, it does fall apart. Are they a full? Wow, they're on the third floor. It looks like the Restart stack is setting a couple players really deep in the field as they're coming all the way up staircase, which actually I don't see that often. I don't see that often, you know, of a play. Oh, and a beautiful, beautiful flash all the way in the deep end there, and the incendiary coming out live. I think at this point Restart might be going in for a kind of a distraction play, forcing some kind of hand from the Olympus side. And Dr. Turn on the back end here, if they know that the oh, there's a 1-piece. Can they get a 2-piece? Yes, they can get a 2-piece, but they can't get a 3-piece, as Maestro able to get that beautiful follow-up with a Bezin in hand on top of that. And it's not quite fully a trade. It's still a 3v4 for the Restart side, but definitely not impossible. Never mind, Shimi Maru able to get a shot off, but it doesn't matter as they have that refrag. And now Fishy getting a beautiful, beautiful incendiary. Didn't quite finish it, but definitely got pretty far. And the smokes and the incendiaries are coming out there. Frostbite trying to hold something up, and the frag's not quite going anywhere. Fishy able to get some shots off that Spectral, getting some value out of it. Now coming to the EDO. I don't think they're fully aware. They swing wide. Can they get a 2-piece? No, they can't! As Maestro swings that one themselves. And can they get the plant off? Can they see through the weird face? Yes, they can. And that is the first round in the pocket for Restart. This is definitely a good switch up. Are we gonna see another win streak from Restart now? Because I think I've noticed this. The teams just have, you know, basically back-to-back wins, and then it switches. And that is what happened previously from Restart and Olympus. So I wonder if Restart can, you know, restart this whole game up and have things work out a little bit better for them. But anyways, that is the first round on this map from the Restart side. We'll see if they can get a couple more rounds in the pocket, as the economy is looking very similar now on both sides. I thought honestly Olympus would have a little bit more economy on their side. They had several wins back to back, but they might have accidentally bought a little too much on the gadgets. And I think we're here on the second floor again. Are they going for that third floor like they did before? No, looks like they're gonna be switching it up. And wow, a sick bay push. I did not see that that often. But you gotta appreciate it. Gotta respect a good you know, sick bay push. I think Pear definitely knowing that there's some players in here trying to one-hand them Pheasant. And again, no I think there's one deep roamer from EDO. We'll see if that value does come to fruition later, but right now, Restart is getting set up to get this attack going in on this B site. A lot of setup here from Restart, nothing quite happening. Frags coming out, and ooh, got a little stuck there, unfortunately. That geometry is holding it back. Surprised we haven't seen a swing in from EDO yet. And yep, there we go. They are swinging wide, throwing everything everywhere. Beautiful frag from Turret. Unfortunately, wait, is that a self-kill? A team kill? Never mind. Drop it up, new, get a shot off on Team Rouge. Let's cut that down, and no, they're coming live. There, EDO finally gets some value there. But now it comes down to a 1v2, I believe, between these two sides. Oh, and the smoke is going to prevent them from doing something here. And they try to swing that. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work out for them. And again, Restart now 2 rounds in the pocket. Trying to, what is going on here? I don't know. I honestly don't know who's gonna win. You know, I always try to. I think being a caster, I'm trying to always like predict. Oh, who do I think is gonna win? Because you have to think that. You know, like something as simple as like first-person view. Who do you choose? Like if 2 teams are really good and neck and neck, like who can you have to predict which of those 2 you think is gonna win. So you ever notice that someone's doing first-person view between like a 1v1, and obviously if they die, that I predicted that dead person would win, you know, or I just had a feeling they would. Spectator client, yeah, again, anyone coming in late, the spectator client's a little buggy right now. I think with the competitive update it might have shifted things around, unfortunately, so I'm sorry. You know, it's gonna impact the viewing experience a little bit, but you know, the action is still there. The kill feed is still 100% correct. It's just the player cards on the left side and right side, they're a little bit off as they are being mapped to the wrong players, unfortunately. So again, after I am done with this, I'm going to be sending out some bug reports because I love Breachers. I love supporting the team and supporting the game in any way, shape, or form. And Restart's final attack against Olympus. They got to have something happen here. And it looks like we got Dr. Church trying to swing in wide sometime soon here. And a beautiful frag out. Doesn't quite get anywhere, but I think just a little bit of chip damage there. Oh, and Ingra swinging wide. I'm surprised they did not get the kill off on Turret. Looks like Turret swinging in with that Knut. And EDO gets that shot off with it. Where is EDO? Trying to look around. All the players are in here. And Turret is going to be swinging in wide soon. It doesn't matter. Gears able to finish him off. Oh, and the frag coming out there. I can't not keep up. It's a 2v3 right now from the Olympus stack. And it looks like EDO swinging wide. Oh, it doesn't quite work out with the incendiary in hand. I don't know what's happening there. Anyways, Parrot is now in a 1v2 scenario between F-Shy and Gears. Looks like they might be rotating wide. Get some action over here. You know, they play this right. They might be able to catch Maestro out. Oh, and they did not, unfortunately. They're now exposed there. Maestro and I think F-Shy are totally aware of what's going on, as both players have swung wide and, you know, repositioned themselves. Oh, and Gears able to get a shot off there and finish that one up for Restart. We're now coming into this second half. And we are dead even. We can't tie this. We can't tie this one out because both teams have a win. So remember, this is a ladder match. So win, loss, and ties only depend on the map and not round differences or anything like that. So this isn't like playoffs or postseason where those sort of things really, you know, matter in knockout matches. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. So right now, Restart has one map win on, I think it was Hideout. Olympus over here from that round 2. They have a map win themselves. So both teams technically have 1 and 1. So that third map is gonna basically be the tiebreaker. If they tie this out with a 6-6, everyone goes home to a tie. So Restart and Olympus probably don't want that. They want their MMR to kind of fudge a little bit better in their favor. So they are going to need to get a win themselves to really finish this one out and get some good value from them. Anyways, Olympus is going to be the attacking team now. And these teams are so interesting. You know, they like get a couple rounds in the pocket, then it just huge momentum shift. Anyways, looks like all of them are just doing the most coordinated push and attack here. As Dr. Church comes in with the Spectral in hand, F-Shy, and a beautiful frag as they were not expecting that, but they are not ready for F-Shy. I think on the back end there, can I get... Oh, and yes, F-Shy coming out with the Spectral in hand. They are throwing out the Incendiary. Never mind, that's a floating Incendiary. They're going to get a kill here potentially from Parrot as they get shot out. And that's a beautiful ragdoll in the corner. Now leaving a 4v2 for the Olympus side. And it looks like they might have decided to actually swing and go to the other. Are they going in for a rotation potentially? Yeah, they might be going in for a rotation here. And Igra is throwing out the frag. Doesn't quite get anywhere. Oh, and it almost knocks them out. Only, never mind. They are down for the count. Now come down to Gears as they swing in. Can they finish it off? No, they can't. It's a 3v1 situation. Would not have worked out for them as Olympus gets a round in the pocket. You know, just fast action for both teams here. Beautiful roaming gameplay from Restart and Olympus. Yeah, this is good. I mean, you know, I always laugh when I see the community votes so one-sided because I'm like, I would imagine, like a team like this, I thought it would have been a little bit more split. We're seeing it right now, right? Both teams have gone a 1-1. I think what ends up happening is the community votes. One side tends to get a little bit more votes, and then the whole community just votes on it. And I think they kind of that's not fair. I feel like you should be able to split the votes between the two teams and have some kind of value come out here. But anyways, I'm not gonna be picky about the community votes and all that because I know people just vote with, I don't even know. I always wonder what people's logic is when they vote for certain things. But anyways, Olympus setting up here now for this third floor bomb site attack. And again, we're seeing some interesting roamer play here from the Restart side, as 1, 2, 3 players are actually playing very deep. Not very deep, like extended right now. Anyways, people are getting set up here. And it looks like Olympus might actually be able to get this set up pretty soon. And they do have a hero buy that looks like from that economy choices. And the breach comes live here. Can they get some value on the... Never mind, Rob does not... Nope, never mind. Maestro for the refrag. And Parrot now distracted. Oh, and this roaming attack is working out perfect. Almost perfect. Never mind. It does finish out for restart. You know, I was very not confident in a 3-person roamer setup on the staircase there, but wow, did that work out. You know, neck and neck between these two teams, and we can see here Vezins are coming out in full force. Restart though does have, well, never mind. I can't even trust the name cards, so it's hard to tell. But I believe Restart is coming out with a little bit more Vezins in hand than the Olympus side. I'm pretty sure. I think they only have one hero buy, so one player should be out of Vezin for Olympus' side. I really don't know who's going to win. I honestly would not be shocked if this went to tie. I mean, 4-4, you know, it's every round counts. I'll say that. Anyways, we're on the second floor here again. Olympus, their last second floor push, I think, did work out against Restart. So hopefully they get the same kind of value that they did with that previous round. You know, get things going here. But this is going to be an almost full assault rifle round for both ends. Restart does have one more Vezin on their side, but there is a slight economy disadvantage here. And again, they're playing 3 deep or extended roamers. Sorry, I can't say deep. Deep's like totally different site, or even floor. But some big value here from Restart potentially. We saw them have a 3-person roaming setup, and it worked out perfectly for them last time. Wonder when are they going to decide to spring their trap, because I'm a little excited. I saw some good value from this triple roam stack, and I can see it happening again. Oh, and the team kills did not work out. Never mind. Oh, and the 3-person stack gets, never mind, it's a trade. 2v2, unfortunately, but the EMP is also knocked down. It's still a 3-3 for both teams, because again, those name cards are very much wrong. 3-3 for both teams, and that triple roam stack didn't quite work out the way they probably expected. Anyways, they are all set up now. Probably gonna be opening up the bathroom side potentially. Now about a minute left in the round. They got to do something here because the timer is ticking down for them. This might come down to Restart doing a beautiful job at just kind of time wasting. Looks like distractions are coming out. I'm wondering if Restart's going to be aware that there's basically going to be going in for a reset now. It looks like they come in wide. Rob doing some shots off on the back end there. Oh, and a beautiful plant in. They were not expecting that. As Gears swings in wide and doesn't quite, never mind. It's still a 1v1 between these two. Can Gears hold it down against EDO? And they can. Oh, beautiful action. I think it's Gears, right? Gears. I want to say Gears is definitely one of my MVP. To me, MVP. I've seen so many times where Gears has gone like a crazy 2-3 piece or a frag out or some clutch play. And I guess I'm just calling out because I saw someone talking smack in the chat about Gears. So shout out to Gears. You're doing a good job. I mean, look at that. Getting some good clutches there. I mean, shout out to the whole Restart team right now as they're holding it down. And Olympus. I don't know. I'm just shouting everyone out. I love seeing just honestly amazing players. I like to think when I think about Breaches, I think, oh, I'm a good player. But to be like great or amazing is very different at these teams. And I definitely am fully aware of that. Because when I play against some of these tier 1 players, sometimes I'm just like, wow, like I don't know how these people do it, but man, do they do a good job. But here we go. We are now 10 rounds deep on ship. And I honestly do not know who's going to come out of this winning. But Restart on a small lead against Olympus. And again, we know I showed y'all the matchup earlier. Technically, this should be Restart's map. You know, they have a higher percentage win of rounds on ship than Olympus does. So I would potentially think that ship might be better, you know, more of their map. And honestly, with the point difference, it was pretty big between these two teams. But I'm not quite seeing that here. You know, it's very close action between these two teams. I'm curious to see if Olympus can still make this work out for them, as they do have a small economy disadvantage. But nonetheless, never mind. Eager yourself to knock down Frostbite. And the frags are coming out. And oh, beautiful, beautiful wall bangs. And we got Gears on the back end there. We're going to be going in for the roaming plays. Oh, and a beautiful frag. Beautiful frag. I was not even expecting. I don't know how they swung that in there. Gears is going to be coming in here sometime soon. The Patriot Parrot is there for the back end watching. Beautiful roaming clear there. Oh, and Shibumaru will knock down a player or two there. Now we're waiting for some action there from Brabadabadoo, as they are able to knock down Shibumaru down for the count, now leaving a 2v2 between these two teams. Now coming down to Brabadabadoo and Parrot in that hallway. But that EMP, is it planted? No, it's not. So they can still make something happen here. Parrot coming in. Maybe trying to get some kind of sneaky plays here, but nothing quite happening yet. I wonder if they're going to go in for the reset potentially, because they totally can. And it looks like Parrot is going in for the long play. But they got to shoot something here. Oh, and Eager is totally doing a really good check on the back end there. Oh, and Brabadabadoo almost able to knock off that head or two. And they almost finished it out, but doesn't matter. Eager is able to finish that one up for Restart. And I mean, look, now another round in the pocket. Now a 6-4. Ooh, it's looking, you know, at the bare minimum, they got the draw, but they don't want the draw. As I had mentioned earlier, the round differences, the map differences, they want to win this one out because it's pretty much tied up, right? 1-1 between these two teams. They want to get another map win to be able to secure that series win, right? This is going to be match point. We're going to see if Olympus can hold it out, but man, that severe economy. Never mind, it's not that severe, just like 4 Vezins in hand. But there is still a slight economy disadvantage for the Olympus side. But it looks like both teams are still pretty flush with utility and even Vezins in hand. But they are going to be attacking on the second floor again, which I think has gotten at least a couple rounds worked out for Olympus. Unfortunately, not that many, as Restart again has 6-4 with a pretty not decisive, pretty strong lead against Olympus. But again, I mean, Olympus can come back the next 2 rounds. At this point, this is Olympus fighting it out to essentially win this, not win this, get this down to a draw at the worst. Because at this point, Olympus cannot do any better than a draw. And beautiful wall bangs able to knock down Brabadabadoo there, almost finishing another player up. And Gears again on the top end there, trying to find them. It's hard to find people now, and I'm like having to switch between like 10 different people. Everyone's sitting in the hallway here. F shot. Oh, and a beautiful frag on F shot. They were not ready for that. And Shibumaru really low on the health there. A lot of time spent here. I'm wondering if Olympus is going to rotate now, because it looks like the players are kind of itching to try out another angle here. Oh, and bad time from Dr. Shredder. They were just not expecting that. Now leaving a 4v3 for restart. And this is definitely looking like it's going to be their winning round. But again, the round is not over, but there's about a minute and a half left. And EDO decides to swing in wide. Oh, and a beautiful flick there on Gears. Never mind, I think the swing wide on this. They are, but doesn't quite end up there. Now leaving it down to Parrot. As Parrot decides to rotate this one out, and Gears, I think, is totally expecting that one. Oh, and it's a beautiful knockdown. Now coming down to ED. Oh, and EDO comes out wide. And man, things did not work out for them. Does not work out for them as Restart able to finish that one out and get them the series win. I mean, beautiful gameplay. That's all I gotta say. Beautiful, beautiful gameplay from both sides. I know it didn't quite work out, and you know, I actually enjoyed that map the most because that was one of the closer maps, right? I think they were basically head to head for about 4 points on each side, and it wasn't until the very end where we started. I don't know what happened or what mixed up, but they decided to lock in and just kind of push all the way through. And again, I was expecting this based off of the matchup data. Again, Restart came into this and they had 70% win rate on Ship versus Restart. I think they were at like 40-50%. So things didn't quite work out for them. But that's to say, this was a close game. I mean, both teams fighting it out. It had to come down to a tiebreaker third map. So you know, another day, another set of maps. Who knows? This could have gone another way. But for today, it came out to Restart and they won this one out. So congratulations to them. But thanks to everyone for coming out and checking out the cast. I wanted to give a final shout out to Triangle Factory. Always got to give Triangle Factory some love. You know, I love seeing the amount of love they put in this game and how much work they do in creating breachers and really developing all these things. And again, shout out to Hyperdash. I never played it, but that is another one of Triangle Factory's games. It was the previous game before breachers, so shout out to them. But you know, thank everyone for coming out to the cast tonight. Hopefully I can see y'all in the next cast. Maybe I'll pick one up on the weekend. I don't know, I'll see my availability, but I will have to see y'all around. Otherwise, have a good night.
VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory,